We went to go visit a porn star the other day. Her name is Emily Willis. She invited us on set. It was a girl on girl scene.
Very nice girl.
Very nice girl.
Very business.
Nat, what'd you think of it? Nat has like a really interesting perspective on it.
Okay.
Oh, I do. What did I think about it?
Talk a little louder.
Says the guy who literally just
You're
whispers through
literally whispering
2
into
years
the
of
mic.
podcasts.
You're literally under a blanket and 8 pillows.
We're
right
thinking
now.
of hiring someone to double your voice. You and I, we went out looking for sound-alikes last week. We've been auditioning people.
What'd you think of going to visit Emily?
Um,
Natalie was like the most uncomfortable, I think.
She was? She
Not
always
uncomfortable, but she was just like
she always looks like that.
the person who wasn't the most into it. Like Carly and Aaron really wanted to see it, but Natalie was like, I don't know if I want to go see this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She wasn't really watching, yeah.
What do I say? How did I feel about it? I don't know.
You're saying the best perfectly. You're saying it give you a different perspective on that.
Okay. Well, it's interesting because I went out and I was trying to like talk to my friends and like explain like what I had done during the day.
Right.
And explaining to somebody that you just watch two girls have sex is like not.
Yes, I had the same experience. Go.
It's not even easy to like. I don't know how to explain it to make it sound okay.
As soon as it came out of my mouth, everyone was like, "What?
Yeah.
You fucking weirdo."
Wait,
Yeah.
what do you mean?
Like I went out that night too with my friends.
After the porn star?
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I went to a porn today, and these two girls had sex, and they were like,
what the
what?
fuck?
It's just not something that you can just say to people.
Oh, interesting.
But in the moment, like as we were like, she came into the car, was totally cool. Like she's a very normal human, normal girl. She's which you would think that like a porn star would just be like, walking around naked and just talking about sex and saying the most like, just everything
Provocative
sounds
things.
sexual that comes out of their mouth or whatever.
Because they're naked.
Yeah.
But then like she was completely normal and she brought us into the shoot and like made us feel totally comfortable. Like it was because it is her norm. So it's not weird for her to be surrounded by people just watching her naked.
Right.
And so throughout the whole thing, I was just like, oh yeah, this is like totally normal. And she was like doing her thing, getting like fucked by this other woman. And I left like feeling like, oh, okay, I had more of a respect for her profession because it was like, when you watch what she's doing, it's you can like tell it's like a job. It's not the way that porn stars have sex is so much different than like actual sex. So I don't know.
They're like having sex, but they're also definitely playing it up a little bit too.
Right.
Making it theatrical.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a performance. It's literally a performance.
Like when people have sex with David, they have to
play it up a little
pretend like they're enjoying it.
bit. Right. Exactly like that.
No, but you were saying that it looked more like an art, like watching the two girls have sex. And then I added, you're also watching two girls have sex. Right? Like if
Right.
you're watching a guy and a girl,
Right.
it's going to be a lot less beautiful and more like, oh, whoa, this is pretty fucking intense.
I see what you're saying.
Like we were watching two girls hook up and it was like, oh, this is like so pretty. Because I feel like girls like are like beautiful. Like the
Like their bodies.
yeah, like a girl's body is like, it is like art. But then when you put a guy in there, it's like, fucking Christ, look at that dick.
I'm
Like,
a man.
Yeah,
Big
it's like
hairy ass.
it's just like gross. So like I feel like we had like the cleanest the cleanest example of what like porn would be like.
I compared it to like professional wrestling. It's the same exact thing. It's like you come in, you do these moves, and somebody, and then there's an ending. And that's basically what they did. They had a bunch of moves that they do. She went down on her. She, then she came around and sat on her face or whatever she did. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
And I didn't get turned on at all.
Oh, me neither.
I mean, it was like completely not anything.
No. It was just like people acting.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
Exactly.
No, but it was really cool and they were all so nice.
They were super nice.
And and it was a beautiful house and it was just like it was great.
Yeah.
And in the video Emily has a scene where she gets stuck in a washer.
Mm-hmm.
And
the worst.
It's called stuck porn, and it's where she gets stuck in the washer, and someone comes behind her and has sex with her.
Yeah, I was stuck in the washer this morning. I was just doing my laundry, and luckily no one came on and came along and fucked me.
And then the next morning after the video went up, the trending searches on Pornhub. This is all in a row, by the way. It's Emily Willis stuck, Emily Willis washer, Emily Willis stuck washer, Emily Willis washing machine, stuck washer, stuck washing machine, Emily Willis. And that fucking crazy. Those were
Yeah.
all the trending searches on Pornhub were about Emily Willis
Such a
and
little
her being
influencer.
stuck. Yeah, and then the top comment was, if you're here from David's vlog, her being stuck in the washer starts at 4:15.
Oh my god.
It was really, really funny.
Crazy.